was undermining the Black Americans, right? I said, I cannot speak for all the illiterate people, not African Americans, not the no. I'm talking about that Black Jamaican woman who's trying to undermine the American experience. Because I don't understand why they want to go to America for claim reparations.
Okay, I understand. I apologize.
When the Caribbean has started its own class
action. Now you're talking right now. I apologize.
I realize you understand the pattern better. It's all right.
I want y'all to get an understanding, because this is what I want you guys to understand. If y'all fight in Jamaica and get what y'all gotta get, and let us fight our fight here in America, and let us get what we gotta get, then we can all do. We can unify.
And I fully agree with that.
That is the problem with our community.
But no. In Pansy, no. But this is what I'm saying. I understand their plight. I get it. You understand? I understand their plight, and this is what I'm saying. And this is we are black. I don't know where that part come from.
That's crazy. I've never had this conversation with a black person in my life. I'm
not black. I'm black. I'm sorry.
I'm so shocked.
All I'm saying is,
I'm shocked that you calling yourself black.
Pardon?
You're the one that got Indian. You're the one that
you're only calling yourself black when it benefits you. You hide your
I've never called myself black when it benefits me.
When it all said and done, you're gonna hide your hand. You don't want when the negativity bullshit happens. You're gonna hide your hand. You ain't. I'm no black no more.
I don't ever do that.
You're trying.
You don't know me.
They're not me. Let them talk. Peanuts. If them line up all of us right now, and then bring a white man and an Asian man and say, what race are these people? They are going to look at us and say we're black. They're not going to differentiate. Say you're black American. You're black African.
Y'all know they got South Korea. They got. You're not going. Somebody from Korea is not going to call himself Japanese. A Japanese ain't going to call himself. A Chinese ain't going to call himself Japanese.
He's a black man living in Korea.
And nationality is different.
Black is a race, it's a social construct. We are black.
No.
The ignorance is crazy.
I'm not black. For one, your color ain't black. Ain't no skin, nobody's skin color.
We know what the white man did come up with.
You're brown.
Is the white man come up with?
Can I say something?
Understand?
Can I say something? The thing is that what we're having a problem with is that we're trying to delineate from every other race. Black American / African American is what's been categorized from descendants of the chattel slavery. That is what we're trying to say. And so the thing is, when you come over here and you call yourself black or you calling yourself a black American, what that's doing is kind of erasing the lineage of the chattel slavery.
Thank you.
And you wouldn't want anyone to come over to Jamaica or a black American to align with Jamaica and start calling themselves Jamaican. You wouldn't want
why? Wait,
why? When we say we don't want you all, and then the census. Hold on, and then the census is changing where they're going to be identifying you from where you come from anyway. So you can say out your mouth that you're black. The census. Hold on, the census for you will say that you're Jamaican American. It will not say that you're Black American.
That's fine. Pretty Red. If a African American man, right, goes to Jamaica and say I'm black, what's the problem there?
You're saying it out your mouth, but on paperwork, you're still categorized as what you are.
Black. His race is black.
So that's what I'm saying. You could say that, but the paperwork don't still categorize you. But the thing is that you first gen and second gen are coming over here telling people they're African American, telling people that they're Black American, and they are not. They can't align with our lineage and our descendants. You just can't do that.
And Pretty Red, the trip part about it is even the ones who did, because I believe a lot of us was here already, but even the ones who did come from slavery and came from the chattel slavery, that was 500 years ago. How long does it take for a person from 500 years, that many generations, to be American American? You guys got to stop with this stuff, Lincoln, and that's what they do. You know, it really it upsets us because they're not
going. The thing is, it's so easy for them to let this roll off of their tongue, but it means something to us because this is our bloodline.
Okay, can you
say that this is the only thing we have over here to categorize ourselves from everybody else?
Black.
So when you come over here and you're Jamaican, then you all of a sudden you want to be black. Then you know what I'm saying? It's confusing.
You want to be black.
Wait. Pause. Let me
all of a sudden you're saying, "Oh, I'm Black American." It's so easy to switch that up from being Jamaican. So now I'm black and I'm in America. So now I'm Black American.
Jamaicans are saying that they're Black Americans.
But I'm saying you got so many that's first gen and second gen that are now calling themselves.
That's so funny.
I'm calling myself. Okay, I've heard this for the younger generation. They mix it up. Okay, I'm African. Say they came from Nigeria. I'm first gen African American. Then they say, oh, I'm Black American. So they're confused even about who they are. Instead of saying I'm Nigerian American and classifying yourself as that. And this is the confusion we're running into. That's why they're changing this stuff on the census, because you're not Black American. You didn't come from that bloodline. And this is what we're trying to say. And y'all fighting against mad for that.
But you guys, can I say something real quick? Can I say something real quick? So race is a social construct that was created, right?
Yeah. From where?
From the Europeans.
Okay.
From the Europeans. I mean, to be honest, I can't, without having a valid source with me, I'm not going to say what the origin of it was. I'm not going to speak on that, right? But I will say that we can all agree, from what I hear, that it's a social construct, right? That is mostly based on your phenotype, right?
Thank you.
So just like Peanut, like we were saying, that there are, and we could say melanated people, or we can say black, right? Because when I looked at that video of the South Asians the other day, I would have called them black.
They look black. If Miyaki looks like a black man.
I would say, and even if they didn't identify as black, I would have looked at them and called them black based on their phenotype. So I can understand that, regardless of like where you are in the world, but especially if you come over to the United States or even the UK and Europe, I could see that if you fall under that category of black, then you can identify with that by your race. Now, as far as filling out applications and stuff, though, right?
No, that's
if they're asking, wait, hold on, Peanut. If they're asking you to identify your race, then you fall under the category of black. But if they're asking you to identify your ethnicity, that's where we're supposed to make the distinction.
Yes.
We're supposed to make the distinction.
Saloni, that's exactly what you explained.
Let me respond to Soul. Ma'am, what Soul is saying is correct, but you got to understand this. So that's the problem with because they can come into our government. This is what the problem is. When they become citizens and they stay here long enough, they're able to get into our politics. They're able to see. What they're gonna do. Let me finish. What they're gonna say. Let me finish. Now, what they're gonna say. What they're gonna do is they're gonna get into they're gonna become mayors. They're gonna get into our politics. And what we need when we try to get to when we want reparations for us, because they associate themselves as being black. What that's gonna do? They're gonna think that they deserve a piece of the pie. Okay, so that's why we're Pretty Red was talking about. That's what Pretty Red was talking about.
And guess what?
That's foundation.
That has already happened. Because 2 occasions, this Jamaican woman was running for mayor or senator or something, and the news anchor said, well, this will be another Black American that will be running. And she's not Black American, she's Jamaican. But neither one time did she try to correct him and say, hey, I'm Jamaican, I'm not Black American. And this is the problem that we're running into. They're running up under being a Black American, and they are not.
Let me say this real quick, and I'm gonna go back on mute and let y'all have it. Because Peanut, you're correct. That is the problem. The problem isn't that we can all identify as black, because that's just the reality of what it is. The issue is how y'all are using y'all's black to undermine Black Americans, right? That's some of y'all, not all. But that is the issue, is the fact that because we are all black, you all are able to use that racial classification to then undermine Black Americans, right? But here's the reality of it. Black Americans we're not petty. But if we were, we could take our 2.3. We could take our 2.3 trillion GDP and do the same thing. Because we're black, right? So then we could take some of that 2.3 trillion GDP and start buying up villages in Africa.
Yeah,
we can. We can take our money and go over to the Caribbean and start buying up land.
And I'm telling you,
we can start undermining other. We can hold on. We could also hold on.
Why are you being disrespectful? She's talking, man.
Because we are black, right? And because the reality is we are the wealthiest black group within the black diaspora. If we didn't have integrity, we could also move the same way and we would be a lot more effective at undermining other black people if we wanted to do that to y'all.
Okay.
Come to the Caribbean, please, and buy it out because we're sick of the
No, because then we're going to be called colonizers.
No, I'm tired of Chinese them buy it out.
Literally.
We would be called colonizers.
Come. No, look at the black.
No one calls a black American a colonizer.
They have. I've heard people in this
In what case?
They have.
Because where I am, black Americans assimilate. It's no problem.
Citizenship, yeah.
Citizenship in African nations. A lot of Americans are doing that, and they are being welcomed because we don't see you as black Americans. We see you as our people. We're black.
This is what I'm saying.
That's because we're not going places. We're not going places and undermining people. When we move, we don't go there undermining
like you. When you see me, you don't see me as your people.
That's me. That's my mindset. If I see another black American, when I see another black person, I see my people.
We understand why, because you all come over here and you benefit. So
I've never been American.
You don't want to be classified as anything other than yourself.
I've lived in America in my life.
Get resources from benefiting, being an African American or a black American or trying to assimilate to us.
What break? And when we move, we don't go. Look, we don't go over there. We don't go over there. Look, we don't go over there looking around with our nose up, talking about, well, why y'all ain't further? Why y'all haven't done more? We ain't going over there talking about you don't have no culture. You don't know where you come from. What's your language? Speak your language. We don't go over there.
Why y'all live in the projects? Where y'all crying?
Why y'all ain't got no roads? Why ain't got no water?
Why it's so dirty?
Why it's dirty? Why y'all let the YT and the Asians treat y'all like that?
Why y'all shitting on the ground?
I don't think you understand how the American economy works.
Yeah, but why is she
It's not a handout feed program. It's an open air casino. It's a business.
Yes, it is. It is a handout, whatever it is. We've just handed out stuff left and right to immigrants.
Charity is not really what you think it is. It's not from the kindness and graces of people's hearts.
And black Americans have got nothing. We have got nothing. The immigrants have gotten it all, the resources, everything. That's why this economy
is only a business for people who lack humanity. People with your mindset lack humanity. People with your mindset lack humanity.
Benefiting the most. What country you think is benefiting the most from the U.S. open air casino?
Sir, people with your mindset lack humanity, and you lack emotional intelligence. If you see America as a business, when you know that there are indigenous and native people on this land that have been fighting for human rights for however long throughout history, that is an issue within you. This is not a business. We are human beings.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
there are indigenous, native, and local people here that are fighting to be equal. And if you cannot see us as equal human beings, you don't deserve to be here.
Right.
Exactly.
We're not just a business.
System is a business.
You think it's a business. You capitalizing. You love to capitalize, and you proving my point about y'all.
Let him say his point.
Just talking about how the system works. I didn't build the system.
You didn't.
That's not how the system works. That's how they want immigrants to think the system works. That's not how the system works.
Where are you from? Where are you from, Amiel? Where are you from? Amiel, where are you from? Where are you from? You from where?
Belize.
You're from Belize?
Belize.
Okay, so if Americans come over to Belize with that same mindset, then that would be fair, right?
Belize has the largest U.S. embassy in Central America and the Caribbean combined. Why do you think that is so?
And?
It is here to protect an American interest throughout Central America, which is to undermine each Central American government where I live.
And can I say something? Let me tell you why this is not why the system works. Because why is Trump...
That's a Belize man up here anyway.
Why is Trump...
Caribbean.
Why is Trump talking around undoing this system that the Democratic did, which they allow immigrants to come in for the vote? If this was how the system works, then why is Trump just undoing all this and getting all these immigrants out of here? Why is he doing this if this is the way the system works? This is not how the system works, because we're not taking care of the American citizens. We're putting other people as American citizens. So this is not how the system works, because he's undoing it.
Immigration is big business. All of the alligator, what do you call it? The alligator dungeon, they call it. That's billions of dollars invested. Whoever has that contract is making millions of dollars.
It's opening up jobs for American people.
Well, the whole argument is not about what you said, brother. We sitting here talking about the fact that they use the word black, and that's the whole thing. Is they use it for the advantage of using when they need to gain and when they need to capitalize. That's the issue. My thing is this: everybody, that word black was a demeaning name at one time, just like the N word was a demeaning name. Y'all, we get to use it because it belongs to us. Okay, but you guys been coming over here trying to use the names that we fought under.
Crazy,
and that's ridiculous.
I feel the way you guys sound it is that you feel like slavery only happened in America. You feel like
we're not concerned where slavery happened all over the world, all over the universe. We concerned what happened here because we're fighting for our reparations here, and you undermining us. I can't worry about slavery over there.
I'm not understood.
Why do I care about slavery across the world?
We don't owe you anything. What your leaders are
We're not saying that you do.
Resources.
We care about America.
Hold on. Your countries and your leaders are taking your resources, and you won't stay and fight for them. But you come over here in America and try to tell us what to do.
I don't know where
you can't blame us for that. You cannot blame us for what your own country is doing.
I'm not blaming you. You know, I blame the white people.
I know that, but a lot of you all come over here.
No, we don't need to keep blaming white people neither. We need to blame ourselves too. All groups need to blame themselves. See, this is my problem with all of us, and that's include all dark nations. We need to stop giving power and saying that it's the YT man, the YT. No, we can be as all of us. We got to stop doing that YT man and start acting like he's the greatest God and he's the greatest God. We fail ourselves. Most of the time, it's people who look like you. It's people who look like you are failing us.
They are still in power in a lot.
I don't care. Girl, they got people who look like us who are stepping over us.
All I can say is...
Hold on. I agree with that. Hold on. I agree with that, Peanut, 100%, because I feel like it feeds into their ego. It makes them feel like they're more intelligent than they actually are. YT people would not have been able to accomplish everything they have throughout history without so many of us being complicit. We're complicit. We're complicit. We were complicit in everything they did.
People laughing at y'all. They sit there laughing because all y'all talk about is
at us right now. This whole conversation, they are laughing at us.
Listen, all I can say is one minute. All I can say is the issue is not stating that you're black, especially in America. The issue is not stating your ethnicity. So, like what Silani brought up with that black Jamaican woman, right? The issue is not her stating that she's black. The issue is not her differentiating herself as Jamaican rather than African American or American, however she described herself. The issue is not race. The issue is your ethnicity. That's all.
Can you say that again? Because, I mean...
The issue is not... let me say it again. The issue is not race, right? Race is a social construct. That's based on your...
The issue is
oh
race.
My gosh. No, it's not.
That's the issue, because a lot of you all are getting scholarships under the
Pretty Red, listen to me now.
African Americans.
Open your ears.
That is the issue for us.
Open your ears. The issue is not race. They are all black. The issue is specifying your ethnicity.
What are you talking about? I can't go get a Nelson Mandela scholarship but you can get a Martin Luther King scholarship.
That's a problem.
Who is allowing that? Who is allowing that?
I don't care who allowed it, but it's still a problem.
Allowing us to come and get.
It's still undermining us. You're using the word black to undermine us.
No, we're not.
And still you all are even when you hear our sentiments, even when you hear our sentiments, you still don't want to change it. And see, that's the issue.
Look at the person that said you're 100% African. That's again. Here we go again. They need us, all y'all. They need the Caribbeans. They need us. Africa needs to use all of us.
We don't.
And then it was just funny that this Jamaican lady was arrested by the police, and she said, why don't you all find a black American so you all know the difference? And she said, why don't y'all arrest a black American? I'm Jamaican.
Wow.
No, she said a lot more. No,
she didn't say arrest. You see, in the UK...
Yeah, I want you to go unalive black American.
Right. And you're Jamaican, but you around here calling yourself black.
Yeah, what am I then? What is my race? Oh my gosh. You guys are hurting my head. Please stop.
But let me ask you a question. No, let me ask you a question.
Let me say it again.
This is what I said. I'm gonna repeat what I said again, right?
Jesus Christ.
We cannot control the fact that there are other people whose phenotypes fall under the black racial classification.
Yeah.
We have no control over that.
Thank you.
There are people that will be in America. There are people that are in other parts of the world whose phenotype will put them into the classification of black. We can't control that.
She made a distinction. She made the distinction that she wasn't black American. That's the issue.
They're not black American. The issue is that they're using that. The issue is that there are some people that are using that, right, to then undermine us, like Peanut was saying. So what we would need is for people to be honest about their ethnicity, about their distinct ethnic group, right? When you are applying for scholarships, when you're applying for jobs, when you're applying for whatever, because we keep being reclassified, because, our black, African American, these terms do not allow us to be in a distinct ethnicity away from other groups of people. That is the problem. Other people are able to then camouflage themselves by migrating into our ethnic group. So that's the issue.
The issue is them not stating their ethnicity. That's all I said. You can claim that you're black, but you're not black.
Can I ask y'all one question?
Black American.
Who got a mod or power in here? Because this troll be following me. He's a Native American. And
who is it?
He's in our chat. He don't have nothing to do with Caribbeans. He don't have nothing to do with none of us.
What's the name?
His name is
Native Cholo.
Yeah, he don't. That person don't belong in none of our conversation. Get his ass out.
Okay.
I deal with the Caribbean. I like Caribbean. I just want them to understand, to get an understanding that what we're trying to do here. Because I got Caribbean. I like to say that I'm Creole. I'm Creole and American Indian. I got Creole, so Creole has a line of Caribbean in it. So I'm not gonna ever say that I have no love for y'all. I want y'all to understand the fight that we're fighting in America.
And I agree, Peanut.
And that's all I'm trying to let y'all know. It's not a disrespect to y'all.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying, Peanut. Listen to what I'm saying. I agree with that because the Caribbean is fighting its own fight already with the class action suit. So I don't see why Caribbean specifically are in America claiming to be African American or however you guys classify it. I don't see why they're doing that. If you're going to say that you're black, we understand that that's your race, but you should put that you're black Jamaican, black Bayesian, black. You understand? That's what you need to put. Just like over here in the UK,
that's how
they classify it.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to show them the UK sentence.
Yeah.
If you're going to say you're a black Brit, they ask you, what are you? Are you black Caribbean? You're black Africa? What are you? That's what they ask.
And I will take black British African.
Exactly, same here.
I'm black British Caribbean. I'm Jamaican, yeah.
But how do you guys feel?
I don't know.
How you ladies feel? Okay, let me ask you a question. They got a Samayan. He's running for mayor in in Minnesota. He's running for mayor, and they just had another Jamaican mayor who literally said that he don't think that so-called African Americans should get reparations if Native Americans don't get it, and he believes that other nations, he just don't believe we should get it. So.
Babe, he's been illiterate. He's been.
So if they get into our politics, hold on, 1 second.
We literally have an illiterate woman as a mayor. What's her name again in the UK?
One second, please.
We have an illiterate woman.
Yeah, exactly. All skin folk.
Yeah, it's not kinfolk.
Exactly. We know that.
I think I understand where you're coming from, Peanut, because specifically when Arnold Schwarzenegger took over governorship, I'm not even American. When Arnold Schwarzenegger became governor of California, I was upset. I was
right.
Solani,
what the hell is Arnold gonna do?
Yeah,
Solani,
I'm here.
Yo, hold on 1 second, man.
You right about that.
Let me, I'm gonna switch phones real quick. I'm coming right back.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's the thing. What we're saying, okay? If you come here and and we're all supposed to be one, and y'all allies to us, and we allies to you, don't undermine us. That's the issue. What we're talking. We've been fighting. We've been fighting since the civil rights movement. We've been fighting to get what belongs to us. And if you come in and demanding things for you, you're only prolonging the things that belongs to us.
And I agree with that. That's wrong.
You're skipping a line. That's what we're talking about.
If that's what they're doing, that's what they're doing.
I'm not saying you, sweetie.
No, I get what you're saying. If that's what they're doing, that is wrong. I agree with that. We have one over here in the UK. What's her name? Kemi. She's a black. When you look at her, she's black. She does not align herself with black people at all. She thinks we're all stupid. We shouldn't get anything. She doesn't claim to be Nigerian. She says she's more British than Nigerian. She doesn't want anything to do with us. And what you lot would say is not all skin folk is kinfolk or something like that, right?
Yeah. Not all skin folk is kinfolks.
There you go. We fully understand that. Do you understand?
Yeah, we would call her
I don't see a problem. Pardon?
We would call her a raccoon.
That's what she is.
That's exactly what
and we understand, just like you're saying that Jamaican man or whatever that don't believe, he's a madman. And granted, we have illiterate people.
Oh, that's a good teacher.
We have illiterate people in government all the time.
Yeah.
That's just how it works, isn't it? But don't let that derail you from other black people or other people of the diaspora. Please don't let it do that. We are all black people, and if black people in America are not differentiating their ethnicity, I don't believe in that. You are black.
Pretty Red was hitting it on when Pretty Red was telling y'all, and that's what I think. Because what happens with TikTok. Y'all didn't put FBA in Black American Indians as a hate group, and y'all haven't sat down and see how you guys are getting a chance to get an understanding. Yeah. Y'all, a lot of them, they get into their feelings and they get defensive and they're not understanding. And a lot, I don't know if it's comprehension. A lot of these, and most of the Africans, because Caribbeans, y'all seem to have a better comprehension skill. But the Africans, they don't comprehend at all. Okay, and they undermining us even worse than anybody. Okay, because at least y'all not trying to say. See, at least y'all not calling us African. Y'all not sit there. Y'all African. Y'all African. And see, this is why Jesse Jackson messed it up. See, y'all don't understand. In 1988. Jesse Jackson went with 200 mayors. Let me tell y'all what the 200 mayors was. He went to the continent. He got the continent of... Now, if I'm African, why would I need blessings from them 3 continents? Why would I need the permission to be called African if I'm African already? So this is the issues that we have. They came over here, and Jesse was politically he had Cherokee blood, and he went over and he reclassified a whole nation of people.
He's literally enrolled in the Cherokee tribe.
Yes, enrolled, and he ripped all of us out as big. We were called colored people. We were called Negro people. We were called Afro people. We were never called African people. And this stuff, this is a problem because what they did now open the doors to new generations. When they get born and they get older, they start thinking that they're really African Americans. And they're taking from us, y'all. Y'all don't see what they're doing.
I know. I think they.
Wait, hold on. Imagine that. Wait, hold on. You guys, just think about that for 1 second.
That affected us.
Think about that for 1 second. We got the term African American from a dude who's literally Cherokee, who is a card carrying tribe member.
Yes.
This is what I'm saying. Is
that not crazy? And think about, look, this is here. I was born in 1985. When I was born, African American was not on my birth certificate. If that's an ethnicity,
I mean, y'all got it. Well, I was born in 75. Nobody has African American on
If it's our ethnicity, could you imagine a Yoruba person who doesn't find out they're Yoruba until they're 12 years old? Is that not bananas?
That's foolishness. But this is what I'm saying. The first problem came, I think Peanut said it was Jesse Jackson, somebody, right?
Yeah, Jesse Jackson.
Yeah, they shouldn't classify you guys as no African. You lot should have just been called American.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
Whatever.
It's literally nuts. It's nuts. It's like, where did this term? It's. I don't think people can really.
We didn't vote for that.
Hold on, real quick, Tina. Hold on, because I really want to drive this point home, and I really wish people understood. Y'all have not walked in the shoes of Black Americans. I'm telling y'all, it is the weirdest experience ever. It is the weirdest experience for your parents. Definitely. Your parents was born, they was called some other ethnic group. Your grandparents was born, they was some other ethnic group. Then you're born and you called something else. That's the weirdest shit ever, bro. That is so weird.
I agree. I think they did you lot dirty with that because
but over here they still determine
just call them Americans.
And you're supposed to roll with it each time. Each time they name. Hold on. Each time they name you, you supposed to just roll. Oh, I'm colored? Okay, I'm colored. Oh, you a Negro? Oh, I'm Negro now. Oh, now I'm Black? Wait, oh no, I'm African American? And I'm supposed to just keep rolling with. Matter of fact, my great-grandparent didn't live through all the damn classifications. What the hell is she?
We keep telling. That's what I want you guys to understand. You got to remember, if y'all go and y'all tell y'all children, I'm from Louisiana, okay, and we don't have on my birth certificate. We don't have my children. We don't have a classification. I want y'all to understand this. No, none of my children. We don't have an identity on my birth certificate in Louisiana. If y'all go look at the only my great grandmother, my grandmother, my mom, and all them, you know what they have? Color. And my great grandmother had the letter I. So what y'all don't understand is that we got people who had mulatto on their birth certificate. We have people who have Black and Negro. But you ain't never have heard African American. It's not even on there now. The people, if y'all go see anybody in the chat, y'all want to prove me wrong, go look at your birth certificates. None of y'all got no African on there. Y'all
and we supposed to go with it.
It was adopted.
And we supposed to go with it because somebody. We're supposed to wait. We're supposed to go with it because somebody told us to call ourselves that. What other tribe of people have to call themselves something because some random person told them to call themselves that?
Nigerians?
Yeah, they did. Africa. Look,
in Africa.
They did. Africa.
But then we, like money in the right. Let's sit there and I'm gonna mark them, but I want to make sure you love them. I gotta show y'all something.
Now let's address this online disrespectful rumor that Native Americans are Siberian. Y'all gonna think of any reason and any way y'all can to discredit the indigenous community in this country. They can't do anything without y'all bothering them.
Yeah, Native Americans, come on to the front. It's your time to shine. Guess who on the portion list now? Yeah, they on y'all head. So, recently, and I'm talking about recently, in this month, they're starting to detain Native Americans. But let me show you what I'm talking about.
You need to stop and listen to what is happening in the U.S. right now as a result of Donald Trump's executive orders. There are ICE raids that are targeting Native Americans. Native Americans. They are currently being detained and questioned, and they are American citizens. This is not going to stop. The racism in this country has been unleashed at an unprecedented level, and many people are going to pay the price.
I had to chime back in real quick. She had the nerve to say the racism is crazy. Girl, don't you know we've been dealing with racism all our life? And all our parents' life, and all their parents' lives, and all their parents' lives, and all their parents' lives, and all their parents' life. I can keep motherfucking going. Yeah, the Most High on y'all head. Gone. Yeah.
You know that you are. But I don't know what you keep doing.
I gotta show. So on the last video, I broke down how Texas is the true north. So now we're gonna get a little bit more in depth. Now we're gonna go into how Mexico is Spain, Italy, and Iran, all at the same time, and the Roman Empire. So I'm gonna lay it on top so you can understand what I'm saying, okay? So now we're gonna check out exactly what Italy is. And the capital of Italy is Rome, okay? So now we're going to get into how the cultures are similar, and I'm going to start breaking it down just a tad bit more for you, okay? It says Italy and Spain were both located in southern Europe, offering distinct culture and historical experiences. Italy is known for its Renaissance art. Renaissance means to change, just to throw that out there, okay? Ancient Roman ruins, okay, and diverse regional cuisines. Spain, on the other hand, boasts Moorish palaces, vibrant festivals like flamenco, and unique architect styles, including the works of Gatti. So it says, history and culture. Italy history is deep-rooted in Roman Empire and the Renaissance, while Spain history includes significant Moorish and Spanish colonial influence. So we're going to get to that word colonial so you can understand what colonial means. So we're going to go all the way down to Latin root word. It says term colonial is derived from the Latin word colonna, which was designated for the city or outpost established by the Roman citizens under Roman direction. Okay, so Roman Empire is the reason why the word colonial was formed. Let's keep going. So this is a map of the Roman Empire. Okay. So this right here is a description of where exactly the Roman Empire sat. So that's a clear representation. Let's keep going. So what I did now is I flipped the map, right? Because remember, these are political maps that we're looking at, Christian and Catholic lies maps. So what I did was I flipped it so you could get where I'm getting at. Everything at the bottom right there is Mexico. Okay, you see Española? And then at the top is the southern part of the United States. Right? That's all Rome right there. Texas, Louisiana, Florida, all that right there. You see? Okay, let's keep going. Now we're going to get into why Latin is actually in Mexico. Because it's the reason why it's there, okay? Latin evolved from the language spoken by the Latins in the region of Latham, Italy, around Rome. It spread throughout the Roman Empire and became the basis for the Romance. Romance is Roman languages, okay, like Spanish, French,
Italian, and Portuguese. This is all Roman languages, okay? Let's keep going. So I'm going to bring up Latin because it's in Latin America, which is in Roman America, okay? Now I'm going to go to the flags and show you how 4 flags are in one. As you can see, that eagle is playing an important part. Now pay attention. This is the Italy flag. This is the Iran flag. You see the colors? And it has the Roman symbols on it. So pay attention. All tied up within the Roman Empire. Okay? And everybody knows Spain is there because of the language. And it's de facto language. So I hope that open your mind about things that's going on around you that you're not realizing, because we in ancient times. I'm sorry to tell you, that's just the way it is. Because if you're an ancient one, you know, okay? So on the last video, I broke down how... Hey.
Telling y'all, we gotta do it. The day that we stop buying from these folks, I'm telling you, man, working for these folks, I'm telling y'all, this gonna be the biggest reparation you ever seen in your life. Man, y'all be like, man, I'm not finna stop working. I'm not finna do what these folks be saying, doing. Man, I got kids. I got this. I got that. Man, dude, them folk gonna respond to us so fast. Boy, they gonna come meet us face to face. I'm telling you, man, y'all just don't know, man. Y'all got to stop. Let's stop. Let's go and do it. Y'all want a good life? Man, this, boy, you ain't gonna even know how to handle it. Let us stop doing it. Let us do this. Come all on one accord and do it. Watch what happens. The Olmec are the so-called Black American people.
What was that?
The Olmec are the so-called Black Americans.
No, they were not black. That's a misconception that you guys are pushing.
They're still recognized by the United Nations today, sir.
The Olmecs were not black. Nah, they didn't come from Africa. Where are your proofs, man? You saying that the Native Americans were originally black people and this and that, but you don't really have proof of it.
I'm about to show you right now.
My brother, yeah, I do have the proof. You staggered into the right place today, buddy. Like I said, the ARNA, Aboriginal Law Firm.org, shows you that is a nation, not a .com. It is the home of the Shi-Aru tribal governance and its news services products. We stand for the indigenous governance of the so-called African Americans, who are really indigenous Americans. What do you got to say about that, sir?
Well, I gotta look into that website and see if it's, legit or not.
Has no archaeological fact, right? So what you got there for us?
What do you have in opposition? Now, the thing you have to realize.
You look African. You don't look mixed. You don't have no mixed blood.
No, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. How you gonna try to tell me who I am and we don't know who you is?
All right.
Say who you are.
No, bro, that's not.
No, say who you are. Say who you are.
African.
No, leave me up here. Leave me up here.
African.
No, leave me up here. No, who you? No. Leave me up here and my face right here. Everybody sees my face. No, listen. Everybody sees my face. No.
All right, we
do
know
not drop me.
He's a
Do
Nigerian.
not drop me at all.
No one's dropping you, bro.
Who is you?
No one's dropping you, bro. Relax, man.
Hey,
So who is this guy?
Hey, speak some Indian.
That tells me who I am.
You might be intoxicated right now.
I asked you a question.
You look like my cousin.
You need to ask the question. Who is you to ask me who I am?
He looks like a Nigerian.
I'm a black African.
Oh, now you're a black. Oh, you're a black.
Yeah, we black.
Oh, now you're a black. Now y'all claiming black. Now you're black. Okay.
All right, very good. Listen up, man. Listen up. I'm black, African man with an indigenous language and culture.
He doing what black people do.
You have a culture.
See the way he's squinting, just like black men.
He behave exactly like Nigerian, man. You got a Nigerian blood in you, man.
Come on, bro.
I'm not a con artist. No, don't ever put me as Nigerian. I don't con people.
Look at him.
He's for sure drunk, by the way.
So he look like look at them lips. Hey, to them like Indian lips.
All I know is this conversation.
Oh yeah, I'm Indian. Yes, I'm Indian. You're right. Yes, I'm Indian. You're right.
You definitely don't look African.
Yeah, you want to be Indian so bad.
What makes me African?
Hold on. Okay.
Different, baby.
How would you?
Indian, baby. Don't let nobody tell you that you black.
I know what I am.
Indian.
No. I want to understand what makes me African.
All right.
All right.
Can you speak your indigenous language?
You see his 13. Look, you see him. It ain't nothing, nigga. Ain't nothing, nigga. You see my hairline?
What does that mean?
That missing one.
You're telling me you're
what
Igbo.
makes me African?
Hey,
Igbo, white teeth. Igbo. Yes.
Nigga, hairline in his back here.
No,
they shit me back here, nigga. They shit me back here. No, nigga, I'm American. We don't do that shit, nigga. No, we're American, nigga. We don't do that Igbo shit. No. Nigga, they shit me back here, nigga. No. Come on,
convince us like Igbo people.
Let me see your hair again.
He's trying to convince us like Igbo people.
What up?
Johnny, you saw that too?
What is two? I'm here. I'm not the one that hide behind the stories. I'm not the one that hide behind the story. You see me. Look, you see me. I'm not the one that hide behind the stories. No stories.
What the police officer gonna say?
Use the blacks.
No, they actually don't.
What do? They call you Native American? They're like, this is an indigenous.
Oh, yes, they do. Hey.
They get you a get out of jail free pass. They let you go.
What? Baby, nigga, they not gonna deport us. I bet you they don't do that.
Baby, you different. You ain't like.
They don't deport us. I bet you they don't do that.
They put out a list of 500,000 unnamed Haitians that they needed deported. That gives them a clear reason to pull you over. You a black man.
Watch this. The end result, no matter what you say,
they don't be knowing.
We could be called African American, and they don't deport us. Why? If they got us from Africa, they should deport us back to Africa, right?
If he was Indian, his hair would be moving. His hair just kinky as kinky. Get that kinky hair, boy.
Hold on, let me tell you something. Do you know that Americans just prepare home for the African American if in case deportation have to happen to the African American? Do you know where you would go?
Okay.
You know where you go?
Where would I go? Where?
All right. You will go to Liberia. That's where you go.
Can I ask you something? Wait. So can I ask the actual a question that just came to mind?
It's okay, brother.
So when it comes,
I'm enjoying y'all live.
Can I ask the question? So when it comes,
he think he light skinned too.
So when it comes to,
no, don't be in his color. Look, my hair ain't even done.
Don't
bro.
pull the braids off, bro. You paid for them.
Hey, you're right. There you go.
Why are they only on the side?
There you go, right? Look, there you go.
He trying to be like
Predator. Right?
He's got the monastery bold look.
No.
There you go, right there.
Yeah. Like Predator.
I want you to see it in full force. I want you to see it in full force.
Brother, okay. Y'all listen here. And I told everybody, I'm indigenous too. I do admit it. My people is the Blackfeet. And what happened was we was in our UFO and it crashed in the Grand Canyon. And we've been living ever since.
Man, don't do that, because the Blackfeet in Montana, some of them might take.
Well, we walked a long way, man. Don't be talking about black people.
So one thing I'll say.
Look at my skin.
About people who are enslaved, and even when it comes to the.
Come on, man, get the lights up.
Like even when it comes
Daddy never joined nobody live. Get the lights up. If I'ma join the live, get the lights up.
Brother,
get the lights up. If I'ma join the live, get the lights up.
That's how you know people.
Come on.
Legit. They're recognized by the United.
To get into the fight for the Black Americans reparations, right? But if the story is true, the first people that should be sued on behalf of Black Americans, the first people we should be suing would be these Nigerians, would be these African countries that committed these atrocities. But the fact that they're trying to get involved is just letting you know that it's all a myth, and they're just trying to.
Well, the Nigerians didn't enslave anybody. The enslavement took place here. Discrimination took place here. Segregation still goes on. So why should they pay reparations for that?
Because I said if their story was true, which is not, but based on their story, they were selling us to these white people. Asking Africans to.
How can you say it's not true? Just because you feel a different way?
No, because if you do your research, have you done your genealogy? Where are you from?
Don't go into the personal thing. This is about whole.
It is a personal thing, because if you don't know who you are, then you don't know what your story is. So you don't.
Of course, I know who I am. Of course, I know who I am.
So you've done
that's irrelevant to the question. You're trying to speak for everyone.
No.
If you're speaking for yourself, doing your genealogy is relevant. If you're trying to speak for a whole group of people, that's completely irrelevant.
So it's always the people that don't know who they are.
African Americans in this country.
I just want to tap in right there. The only way.
Your personal genealogy means nothing to 50 million people.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. When you do,
no, it doesn't.
First of all, you can't do it through DNA.
Just because you find something in your personal genealogy,
you have to do it through the census, because that's government documentation.
You're missing my point.
And the government documentation would tell you exactly who you are, because it's
you are an individual.
And classification goes directly to the root. So that's how you know exactly who you are. You could swab a pig and come out.
You're missing my point.
You just have to do it through the census. That's the root way to do it.
You're missing my point. My point is one individual doesn't determine what the story is for 50 million people.
It's always somebody who doesn't know who they are.
Let me chime in, y'all. Sorry to interrupt and whatnot. Mark, I guess is your name. I don't know what's your ethnicity, but regardless of what the people that came from Siberia saying or telling you, or how they masquerading, it don't matter that we always been here on every last part of the earth, and that's scientific. Every color can come out of black, but nothing can come out of white. Okay, so when you see people in India, when you see people in Asia, when you see people even all over the world, you know what I mean? Even if you go into history, you will see black Russians. You will see Irish people.
Okay, these are not good arguments. These are not good arguments. I suggest if you really care about this, take a class in anthropology and get discipline in your thought, because you're kind of making things up. You're arguing like a little kid instead of like a real person that
what's your ethnicity?
What is my ethnicity? I'm African American.
No, my question is how is he arguing like a kid when the same things that he's mentioning?
Because there's no evidence. He doesn't have evidence. He doesn't have primary sources. He doesn't have secondary sources.
Look in journals.
Not arguing off of feelings.
Look in journals.
Look at this. Look at that. Think about this. You know that doesn't mean anything.
But these are the same questions that take place in the same classes that you're talking about.
You can ask questions, but then you need evidence.
If he
doesn't have any evidence for what he's saying.
Documentation is
let me get out your emotions, Mark. Now, if he was to go to any of these courses that you were talking about, those same questions would be asked. So why is he acting like a child?
Nations, they kicked out the mayor because
If you didn't know, Clio is a cash advance app where you can get up to $250. And I already know what you're thinking. What about my credit? Well, there's no credit checks with Clio. And even better, there's no interest. So if all you need is $75, you'll just have to pay $75 back. No minimum direct deposit needed, no pay stubs, no W-2 forms. And to top it all off, you get to choose the repayment date that works best for you. So if you're ready to stop ghosting those bills, do yourself a favor, download the Clio app, and immediately start sweating less.
Damn it, I'm trying to find this video for Truthful.
Yeah, got him on camera. Yeah, I got him on camera. I got him on camera. I got him on camera, bro. I got him on camera. He on camera. He on camera, bro. He on camera. He on camera, Kobe. I got his bitch ass. He on camera. He on camera.
This shit ain't even interesting, y'all, but we gonna go ahead and unpack it. Let's get into it. Firstly, y'all, tell me I'm lying. Drop one if y'all done heard me say this. Didn't I say culturally, most of us are just loud with iPhones, and I'm recording. Listen here, if you was educated, now that's cool to record. By all means, record their interaction. Make sure you capture everything that took place. But bro, you actually recording to help them in court as well if y'all decide to push the line. He's absolutely resisting. He's holding her hair at one moment. And if you're looking at his feet, his legs, his positioning, and the fact that he ain't turned over yet to get cuffed, that all falls under the lines of resisting. Now, what they doing to him really don't matter at this point. Because based on the fact that he's resisting, they're just going to justify beating his motherfucking ass with such. So when y'all be recording, that's cool. But like I said, a lot of y'all just be loud and recording. Because all you would do in this situation is just, hey, if this nigga your partner, you going to help him get indicted. You going to help this shit be a closed and shut case. Because motherfucker, you're documenting him resisting. What you think you're recording is not going to benefit you nor him. It's going to benefit them and make sure they get off once they swear.
20,000.
Where is this video at? God damn it. I can't find it. This video exposing this woman. Is this it? Oh, this it right here.
I'm the former supervisor of legal and admin for the Aboriginal Ministry of Justice, the governing body for the Shiamru Republic or the Shiamru tribe. And I'm blowing the whistle on the whole thing. Nakina Shiamru fears, some call you chief, I do not. Nakina Shiamru fears, you have already done the honors of emulsifying your character and reputation. I'm going to obliterate your name and your reputation because you've come from Honduras, you know, in the name of God and Jesus and love for indigenous people and being a fellow indigenous person, but you don't have the slightest idea of what we've been through up here on this part of the continent of the Americas, right? North America, you know, you have no idea what us who have been labeled as Black, Negro, African American, colored, everything under the sun, except for our true tribal identities. You have no idea what we've been through. So how do we get to the point? It started off all nice, but where we have a minor, 16, just turned 17-year-old Honduran boy that is your brother. How do we get to the point where he's doing tribal screenings for us to determine eligibility for citizenship in this jurisdiction? How did we get to this point? How did we go from $800 for a citizenship procedure or citizenship services to like $1,200 something dollars? And you really said you wanted to take it up to $2,500. So a 212% increase because you are not a good steward of your resources. You are a thief. You are corrupt. And when I brought the idea to you to take some of this money and invest it properly, you know, and start the foundations for a banking infrastructure, you know, and we could have done that through life insurance and provided benefit for people in the nation and had a cash value on the policy that could start the foundations of a private banking system, a tribal banking system. But no, you didn't want to do that. Oh, we don't have enough. Just coming from a place of lack and thinking that you know everything, to now you want to take all of the costs and all that stress and dump it onto the people who you're trying to serve. You disgust me. You are disgusting. All right, y'all, now follow this logic here. So when I asked Nakina Shiamru Fears, chief, you know, hey, why are there YT folk in our tribal system as being protected in our jurisdiction? To which she replied, oh, you know, we're big on families. We don't want to separate families. What are you talking about? Because you don't think raising the citizenship costs from $800 to $2,500, that's what you really wanted to raise it to. You ended up raising it. And that price is still up there for like expedited services or whatever, but it's like still $1,200 and some dollars. So either 212% increase or a 56% increase in prices per person. So you don't think that that's going to separate families? You don't have the slightest understanding of price elasticity. You don't have the slightest understanding of basic ethics. You don't have the slightest understanding of what we've been through. So of course you would say some dumb shit like, oh, at this point it's a luxury to be in this tribe. What? What are you talking about? The disconnect is too deep. You could never empathize with us, which is why you would do some crap like that. All right, y'all, now follow this logic here. So when I asked Nakina Shiamru Fears, chief, you know, hey, why are there YT folk? 20,000 damn bitches on the island.
So, we got bow and arrows. Look to the left, to the bottom left right there. In the Hester site, all the way on the end, we got 9,000-year-old arrows. The John Pierce site got 10,000-year-old arrows. You see that? These are different sites that ancient melanated people made these bow and arrows 10,000 years ago, people. You see that? Roll the corn. Right on the Mississippi River. That's way older than everybody else. Way older. Roll the corn. Look. We got stuff so old. This stuff is old, people. They talking like the Mississippian bloodline are going back into the mounds in the early archaic, 6,500 years old. This stuff is ancient. And they know it. Now let me show y'all a receipt I just ran across. Just random receipt. The hull-based skeleton, St. Thomas, in the islands. In the islands, right? A 33 to 41-year-old Negroid adult. You see that? Evidence fits the Negroid racial affiliation of the skeleton. In the islands. This ain't no damn Ottoman Empire right here. These are the mound builders. In St. Thomas, in the islands. Negroid. Virgin Islands to the Smithsonian Institution. You see it. Sent it there, they sent it to the Smithsonian coming from the Virgin Islands. Negroids. Adult male. These ain't no hunter-gatherers. Roll the corn. These are some random receipts I've been running across. Roll the corn. The presence of Negroid blacks in America before Columbus. Negroid skeletons to add to the already found Negro-featured terracotta. You see that? Talking about some black African Negro. Them ain't no Africans. Congress of American Anthropologists held in Barcelona, Spain. Negroid skeletons. Negroid terracotta artifacts. Roll the corn. We know the truth now. Hold on, let me see something. They messing with my camera, bro. I can't even turn my camera on. Roll the corn. That's crazy. That's all right. That's okay. I'm gonna give you the full view of the receipts today. I ain't even gonna get in your way. I ain't gonna get in your way. Roll the corn. Let's keep going. Texas, right? Negro groups talking about they come from Africa. No, they don't come from no Africa. Skeletons of these early blacks have also been discovered in Central and South America. Speaks of ancient human skulls of Brazil and Ecuador, indicating the presence in the far past of Negroid peoples in the American continent. Roll the corn. Sculptures of human faces dating back to the archaic pre-classical period of Mexico bear unmistakable characteristics of melanated people. Dense, close curl, kink of the Negroid hair, goatee and beard, unknown to the Native American chin. Roll the corn. We know the truth now. You see it. Screenshot everything I put up. I ain't gonna be in the way today. They won't even let me put my face up today. Roll the corn. It's all good. It's all good. We just gonna roll the receipts. This might be better for YouTube anyway. Just get the receipts right off the YouTube page. Roll the corn. Right off the top. Right off the top. at the top. Look at the top. 1543. The remnants of Hernando de Soto expedition after his death encountered melanated Indians during the journey down the Mississippi River and the Texas coast. Damn, De Soto. Y'all took this off the internet? Y'all took this off the internet, huh? Roll the coin. Damn, hold on. We know the truth now. Let me turn my camera around. That's the problem. Hold on. Let me flip my camera around. Roll the coin. Let me see can I get up on here. Whoa! I love you, I'm in love with you. I love you, I'm in love with you. Let's do it. They won't let me put my face up over there. It's all good. Let's check this out. Whoa, truth. Big boy receipts. ERG. This piece was found while constructing a bridge over Donaldson Creek, which has proven to be a large burial ground. Mr. Pope. Now look at the top. Look at the top. Look at the top. Look at the top. Another interesting relic is a sandstone image which resembles an Egyptian. Roll the coin. Hold on. Let me stop my drown. Roll. Hold on. I'm sorry. Look at this. Another interesting relic is a sandstone image which resembles an Egyptian. This piece was found constructing a bridge over Donaldson Creek in Tennessee. Has proven to be a large burial ground. Dr. Pope began his study of archaeology about 8 years ago. He had continued to add to his collection during the time in his work. Who has found the young man's collection to be one of the finest in the South. Ancient old town spanning centuries. Old town, Franklin, Tennessee. Let's blow that up. Whoa. What the hell? In Tennessee, huh? Looking like a damn Egyptian. What is going on? These real artifacts. This ain't no alien shit. These real, look. Resembles an Egyptian. Look. You can't make this stuff up, bro. You cannot make this up. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. The Mississippian Temple Mounds, who settled here almost 1,000 years ago. It's older than that, but we're going to keep going. This is from the Mississippian Temple Mound article, right? Let's keep going. The mounds directly in front of the home includes burial sites of tribal kings and queens. Do you see that? Tribal kings and queens. According to the archaeological historians, the Mississippians were highly developed people with highly organized class structure. They were known as the mound builders. On private land, kings and queens in mounds. Roll the coin. 2 large earthen mounds on the north of the historic residence, fortified wall that surrounded and protected the town. The wall is the corn wall, people. That's what the fortified wall is. That's the same one you find overseas. Let's keep going. That's fire. Kings and queens, yeah. They know who they were digging up. They know who they were digging up. The mysterious mounds, earthworks. Right? Graves of ancient residents in search of both clues and treasure. They were looking for treasure in the mounds. You see that? Roll the coin. Graves cut through the road. Let's keep going. Now this is from this dude right here, Josiah, wrote his sister a letter about digging in the mounds. I'm just showing y'all these real people. Josiah wrote his sister at the bottom a letter about digging in the mounds. Look, here you go. On examining the graves, semicircular ridge, I found that they were constructed by placing the body on the ground and forming a small rectangle as possible around it. Placing thin slabs of stone, right? You see that? I should have noted that when the body was placed, it seems to have been coming and placed with an earthen vessel, workmanship unknown to the present age, and some fancy dress of instrument of war the owner might have possessed. You see that? Slab stone graves. These people buried in stone. This stuff ancient. Roll the corn. A finely manufactured hatchet. You see that? These people digging up our ancestors by the hundreds and the thousands. I'm finna show you real quick. This is the site. You see the stone graves up there by the creek? You see the temple mounds, the mounds right there? Then they put a house right there on top of it. They put a house right there on top of them. Stone graves with temple mounds right there in Tennessee. Crazy work. Let's keep going. Old Town, laying owned by Mr. Thomas Brown, right? 2,470 feet in length and enclosed 12 acres. They contain 2 pyramidal sacrificial mounds, a small circular burial mound, a large burial mound now occupied by the family mansion. The mansion is sitting on top of your ancestors. Roll the coin, you see it. In this same area, they found that. They found this in the same area. Right here. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Same area. Tennessee. Old Town. Same shit. Stone graves. Numerous stone graves ranging along the banks of the river. The stone graves are numerous, not only with lines of work, right? And the general appearance of the surrounding lands gives evidence of existence of former times of a large aboriginal population. Earthworks, 2 and 6 feet, have been much worn down by the plows. See that? That's crazy. The pyramidal mounds, small burial mounds, are situated in the southwestern corner. Small burial mounds, 30 by 20 feet in diameter. Located near these mounds, some type of earthworks, right? Number of interesting relics were found, and among them a vase, the neck of which terminated in 2 human heads. Damn. Let's keep going. Old Town, all type of artifacts, ancient. You see it? Ancient artifacts. Let's keep going. Smithsonian got these. Who making this stuff? Showing on Native Americans. One of them was in the grave of a giant. For a large man could pass the lower jawbone around his face, and the thigh bone was 4 inches longer than that of a man 6 feet 2 inches high. A piece was fractured off one of the edges by accident after taking it up. Another string of beads was procured here. They were made of bone, they say, and quite small, and were lying in the grave of an infant. The dead in this cemetery were all buried with their heads toward the east. And some graves contain the bones of 3 or 4 people. They just digging up everything, bro. Now, look at the top. These gorges have 2 holes in the edge. They were most probably worn suspended on the breast. That is the breastplate. That is the breastplate that they speak of a Hebrew.
Other families and municipalities adopted similar coats of arms, which continue to exist in some form.
Wicked spirit. That I just brought up. Is anything I just said untrue? Did
everything that you said out of your mouth is untrue. Everything you said out of your mouth is untrue.
I got another question.
Let's argue with you, Mark, because you ain't gonna shut the platform down. We learning here.
He was just speaking from an African American point of view. He was speaking from a second generation African point of view.
Exactly. Maybe not even second. He might came over here 30 years ago or something.
Problem, we always telling other motherfuckers our motherfucking business. That's why we got colonized the first goddamn time.
Exactly.
You ain't seen them AI videos with the YN like, hey.
Money. But even if you give them land, they're going to sell their land and be in debt anyway. No. And sell it back to the same people that gave it to them.
What are you talking about?
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't matter what they do. No. What are you talking about?
Look in California, when the black people figured out they owned that piece of island in California, 10 days later they sold
the land will go back. That's because the land will go back to those who are responsible.
Huntington Beach in California.
And did they sell it? Yes or no? They sold that thing.
Yeah, they did.
And if they would have kept it, it would have been worth way more money still right now to this day. Than how much they got paid for. They're
it shouldn't even matter what they do with it, because every brother.
Yeah, but now they don't own assets, and now in about 5 generations they're going to be broke.
What I'm saying is, like, you can't rely on
it. Doesn't matter what they do with the money. But
it doesn't matter, because not all of us are going to trick the money off. Hold on, Mister. Hold on. Not all of us going to trick the money off. You are going to have some that just trick the money off. You are. But at the same sense, that's not everybody that's going to do that. A lot of us is going to make sure we put good use to it. A lot of us already know, hey, we can have some financial stability. Now we can make sure that we can handle this. Because a lot of
listen. If they would have kept that, from 5 generations from now, that family would be broke. Mark my words. If they would have kept that asset, 5 generations from now, that family would be a billionaire, over billionaires. And then they can allocate that money. They can take loans from it. They can do a lot of things with that land and the assets and the equity in that land and do a whole lot more than what they would have done selling it.
Right.
It's just goofy. They don't have the knowledge and the intellect to know that.
Lack of knowledge.
Exactly. This is the problem. Families and knowledge is our key. If we get families back and then teach the families, we will be okay. It's that simple, guys.
Can we both agree on this, Master? We are going to have those that's going to do things like that. Can we both agree on that? If we want to get reparations,
the majority of black people that does that. This is the problem. It's the majority. If I give all my friends right now $2,000, they're not going to spend it on assets. They're going to go spend it on Jordans or a chain or some Zaza or some food. It's just how it is, bro. This is a fact.
Why is it when it comes to black people getting money, we always got to hear about what we gonna do? We don't never get that same.
No, this is a fact.
Because it's already been proven.
Your friends some money.
It's already been proven when we get money. What happened with
that's not a fact. Like we're not gonna that's not all black Americans. We're not gonna do that. A lot of everybody always say, give us the land, give us the education, give us housing. No, if I want to get an education, I can buy it with the money they give me. If I want to buy some land, I'll buy it with the money they give me. If I want to build a business, like I will do it. If I
want to get a house, I would do it with the money that's reparations that's owed to me with it. I shouldn't have to.
You're gonna lose all that, buddy.
Like, hey, I want to. No, hold on, listen.
Yes, you're gonna lose all your money. That doesn't make any sense. You can't go from noodles to oodles to steak and lobster. That does not work. You have to learn how to. You have to understand how to allocate this money. You can't just give a bunch of people that had nothing something. It doesn't work like that. They have to earn. This is why earning money is the best way.
Trust fund babies do not do this. You're gonna have those people that's gonna do things like that, but in the same token, you're gonna have a lot of us that's gonna make things happen. That's what you fail to realize.
No, but Ken, it's just like today. You see how Mopar said earlier, which I don't agree. How we got all these black billionaires? They individualized us, so they only a few black people have these millions and billions, and all black people think, oh, this is an accomplishment. No, the accomplishment is all of us together as a community, black people's period. Our economic wealth goes up in America. Our economic wealth does not go up when we have Jay-Z and Kanye.
Well, yes, I agree with you on that, Master. But what I was saying when I mentioned all of these millionaires and billionaires is if they would have taken their money and got together with other black millionaires and created like a little black America, just like you have a little Italy and Chinatown and things of this nature. If these people would do that, we would be better off because then they could hire their own people.
No, facts. But see, this is the problem here in America is you can't do that because when you have one or two people, it's easy to control it. So now the government or whoever they can control by. So if you got an NFL player, his team may say, oh, you can't do that, or we going to cut you off from sponsorships. Or a rapper, he owned to a label by the J people, they telling him, oh, you can't do that. And they not going to do it because they want the money because, again, we all have this mindset, especially when you grow up poor for generations. When you get the money, it changes you mentally. So these people don't care about us anymore. They care about the money. It's a whole different mindset. Trust me, when you get millions, start getting money, your mindset definitely changes. You have
I agree.
These people don't fight that. They let it happen.
I agree with you. I agree with it that it changes most of us, but I don't believe that somebody's telling them they can't work with their people. I just think they don't want to. Most of us have the mentality that I got mine, you get yours. I'm not trying to bring you up with me. I'm trying to separate myself from you because now that I got this money, I think I'm better than you.
Exactly. And when did they do that? Think about it. When in time history did they do that to us? In slavery, when you had the house slave and the outside slave, the house.
Man, get in here, get in here, get in here.
This crap. Do not. Fam, you're going to want to listen to this one as he reveals who the royal families are and are not.
Good afternoon. Thank you for the opportunity to be here near the steps of the capital of the state of Ohio. I am delighted to speak here today. For 12,000 years, our tribe has resided from the Gulf of Mexico north along the Mississippi River into the Ohio Valley, which includes but is not limited to Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and New York. Proof of our existence here is found in the thousands of mounds located in this region. My name is Tecumseh Brown Eagle, duly elected chief of 139-member Erie Indian Mound Builders Tribal Nation. This land is a part of us, and we are a part of this land. We love, honor, respect, and are grateful for this great land, as many of you are. The state of Ohio contains the highest and largest concentration of mounds than any other region in the United States. Some of you may be looking at me and thinking, you are not an Indian, you are black, which happens to be an adjective. It was over 10 years ago that I found out the total truth and learned that 3 of my 4 grandparents are registered on the Dawes rolls of the United States government as Native American Indians. My maternal grandmother, who was not listed due to her date of birth being in September of 1904, her mother is listed, which is my great-grandmother, on the Native American Indian roll. Since that time, I've been working to enlighten the world of the continuous existence of the Erie Indian Mound Builders Tribal Nation. History records the Erie Indians as being exterminated in the year 1656, following an engagement with the Iroquois Indians of New York. If this were true, if my tribe had been exterminated, I would not be speaking to you today. The history of our tribe, the Erie Indians, is a fascinating one. We are a strong, proud people. We We have been known by over 100 names and have lived in many parts of the country. My genealogy, which we have here today, unequivocally establishes who we are, my blood relationship, and the existence of my tribe. My genealogy has been traced back 19 generations. I am not a descendant of those black and white Americans who were forced into slavery or indentured servitude. My genealogy establishes that I am related to the European royals who migrated to America and married into our tribe's family, the Aboriginal Native American Indians who were ruling the tribes.
If you know your maternal and paternal grandparents' last name, that will aid you in being able to track whether you are a part of the royal family or not. My grandmother on the paternal side, they originate from Ireland. And on my maternal side, the Morrisons, and they're from Scotland. Now you know why the other nations are jealous of us. And why all of them ganged up against us to destroy our identity, to destroy us as a people, and have renamed us all these different nationalities and then lumped us in with Africans in the 80s. The puzzle piece has been put together. And just because you have those last names does not necessarily mean that you're part of the royal family. Because keep in mind, a lot of the Caucasoids adopted our last names. Not the other way around. We were taught it was the other way around. No, they adopted our names. Don't get it twisted. Don't delay. Find out today whether your people were brought here as slaves or if your family was here already as part of the ruling class. There's a difference. Fam, you're gonna...
I said a quick question.
These are of light skin, dark skin, but if you allow somebody skin complexion to make you uncomfortable, it don't matter. And this, you see a lot of this young generation, and it be really these Africans cosplaying as Americans talking that colorism stuff. Okay? Oh, her hair is straight. They are self-hating people. They are bleachers. And those who don't bleach really want to bleach, but they know that they would probably get judged badly. But they all want to be light-skinned. So you got to be careful how you talk because you sound like a hater. Oh, well, her hair's and when it's wet. So what? She says she got good hair. What the fuck does that bother? Why does that bother you?
Right.
Sound like
okay, can I say something?
And then you said things like, they said, oh, well, people have to realize they dark skinned, and then they come into saying, oh, well, I'm just as beautiful. What? And you mean to tell me light skinned people don't go through you just sound like you gotta do some internal work on yourself, on how you view yourself. And if you don't
hold on.
Don't think you chill out. And if you don't, need to probably work on yourself. Don't spread that shit to my community.
I'm not
about light skin. When we talking crap to each other, we might say you ugly burp. That's just surface. It don't. And then when we done, that's it. We drop it off. We know how to roast people, and we'll go to the pits of hell. And then you tell people that you feel insecure about being dark skinned. A New Yorker will hear that and dog you out. You talking too much. Keep that internal. Not everything needs to come out your mouth because you sound like a hater, and it sounds like you need work on yourself.
Right. So I am not hating on anyone. I don't make colorist comments. I am a dark-skinned woman who has experienced colorism like many other dark-skinned women. And I'm not saying that lighter-skinned women do not experience colorist comments, but it's real. As Nikki said, besides his skin complexion, he has experienced colorism in America with the Black Americans. So it is a real thing. I am a dark-skinned woman. I grew up natural. I'm still very natural.
I tell you dark skin. The way you talk, you talk like a dark skin.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck that means.
Okay, you don't know what it means, but you talk like a dark skin.
Wait a minute. If you ain't with it in yourself, in your heart comes first before your skin color. Believe that.
I understand.
Let me rephrase that. You don't sound like a dark skin. You sound like a person that's bitter because they're dark skinned. Let me rephrase that.
Who's bitter?
You sound like you're not happy.
I'm very pretty.
No, honey, you sound like you had to learn how to love the skin you're in. And that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate for you. But don't spread that.
Fuck up, bitch. Damn, she talk too much. I hate when she be on here.
Keep it to yourself.
I never come on here when she talk too damn much. Anyways.
Yeah, I talk too much intelligence. Keep it to yourself.
Okay. Colorism and texturism is real in the Black community. If you're saying it's not, you're probably because you have not.
Like, was she insane?
Probably because you have not experienced it, but does it take away from the experience of
You can't say that how she didn't experience. We all experienced it. We all do.
Okay.
Who cares? Who cares what they say?
Just stop.
Butterfly, stop.
I'm muted.
Butterfly, stop.
But
All right, baby. Give me a kiss.
No. Everybody that's dark skin experience colorism. That's a self-hating ass black ass bitch. That's what she is.
Colorism.
Yeah, you hate yourself, Blackie. How'd that make you feel? That it hurt your fucking feelings because you soft.
I'm good. I'm good. But anyways, I was just commenting on him. I asked him, so you just got here. So I asked him what was his experience in America with Black Americans. He said besides his skin complexion.
Anyway, Nikki,
he said besides his skin complexion, his experience.
What time you got off
great.
last night?
So he mentioned colorism himself.
Nikki, what time did you get off?
That dumbass bitch, he talked too fucking much, hoe.
What time?
Block that hoe. Anyways, colorism is real. We all know this.
A little bit. Me and Mo were talking. No, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. What's going on?
What happened to Butterfly?
They dropping each other.
Oh my God! Don't start that shit, y'all. Don't start that shit.
No, it's not. I'm not starting anything.
What you dropping me for, little girl?
Don't start that shit.
Like, she don't own shit.
She took what I said.
Bum ass little fucking black ass bitch. She's a child. Why would you give her moderation power?
She not no child because I knew her for a long time.
She's doing too much.
No, I'm not.
Chill that shit out, both of y'all. Okay, I've been here longer than both of y'all, so y'all both chill that shit out.
But do you hear what she's saying, Shaki?
I hear her. I hear both of y'all. Listen. Today is not the day for all that, man.
Right.
Let's just have a civilized conversation. Disagree or agree, it don't matter.
Right, but these issues are real, and it's not me projecting, because I'm not projecting. I'm just commenting on his experience and telling him that is a internal issue between Black Americans, which, yes, that does focus on the individual, right? So you took what I said out of context. Okay, we're not going to pretend. Okay, we're not going to pretend that Black people
hate yourself.
I don't hate my. Do you want to see a picture of me?
I don't gotta look at you.
I'm not gay. We can go face for face because
I'm not gay.
We can go face for face, baby. You're not. You don't take pictures.
I'm
I want
into
why.
bitches.
I know why.
Not into bitches.
Anyways,
maybe somebody else. Nikki, what time you got off last night?
Fucking whiskey dude.
Yeah. I ain't the one to argue with. They said they found some. But you know they did have a lot of children back then. A lot of children.
Yeah, but like when Mary, first of all, he said that Queen Elizabeth was King James's mother, which is not good.
It's not different.
Yeah, so I'm not getting it. And then after she was, taken out or whatever, that's when that throne started to go elsewhere. It didn't stay over with the Ireland, Scotland, Wales, the Great Britain part. They went over there with Denmark and France and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And so, they were ready at first. And so I was in his chat and I was just trying to tell him that they mix, but he think mix like with white tea. I'm not talking about white tea. You can mix with the other way too. And forget dark people can be mixed. African and ruddy make a mix.
Yeah. Cherokee and Powhatan make a mix.
Yeah, that makes a mix.
Yep. And I tried to tell them yesterday on somebody else's live when they kept using the word mulatto. They don't know what that word mulatto means.
Yeah, because like the natives today, like if they got Apache and Comanche, they say they're only 50% Indian. So both of those are supposedly supposed to be Indian tribes, right? So if we looked at it different, we would say you're 100% because you're both Indian. They look at it like if you go out of the, I guess, the tribe or whatever, then you're just that you get less and less. That's why our blood quantum, when you look at the way they look at it, like if we got like 8 tribes in us, then we're like real low on the blood quantum total pole, right? But we don't look at it that way because as long as you have like 8 Indian tribes, you're all Indian. And so I was trying to tell him that it was a white tea, and I think it was African that came up in there because they started kicking us out in the 1600s. And that's what I see in my genealogy. When did your people get over here, Copper? Some of your other lines.
Well, in my research, ain't no other lines. Those places are new over there. These are jurisdictions in America. Look up the ancient mounds and what the names of these ancient mounds are. Okay. I'm gonna do a live on it because I got a lot of stuff in my that I have sent to myself on my Gmail. I'm gonna do a live on it. Europe wasn't no land. England wasn't no land. These was offices. They wasn't physical land.
Yeah, those were shires over there. So that means like administrative offices, yes.
I think I looked up with Shire. I'm going to have to go back and look. With Shire, a lot of these are part of the mounds and ancient cities in America. They was named after ancient cities that was already existed in America.
Because I noticed like my Warwickshire people were from Warwick County, Virginia.
Yeah. My research said they did stuff to mirror. They were just taking it over there. And I mean, these are new lands, y'all. New lands is over there. This is the ancient land over here.
So who built those castles over there then?
We did. We built them. It's still new land. It's just not as old as America.
Oh, okay. I mean, I like the way I figured it. I figured the Shire, they were over there. That was our like administrative office, and they took over that first. Mm-hmm. And then here, you know. Yeah.
What was New York? I got them all sent to my Gmail because I've been looking up each one of those. When we find them on your tree, go to ChatGPT and ask for you want suppressed truth. You don't want modern day and Google stuff. You want suppressed. They even said ask for underground, huh?
Oh, yeah, but so my ChatGPT, she did. I paid her, and I have to sometimes tell her to come back to me because OpenAI be snatching her back over there.
Yep, they'll do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and she started talking weird stuff like she started giving me ChatGPT specifications and stuff I don't even ask for. And I'm like,
I already know.
Go ahead. We got some new guests up here. I think Safari was up here first. Are you over the age of 18? What do you consider yourself ethnically or race?
Yeah, I'm over the age. My race is Asiatic. My tribe is.
Say that one more time.
My race is Asiatic. The sister in Patois.
All right, what's this you want to show us?
That's the 1600 laws of Virginia, proving that who were the lives that came over here. So all of y'all out there that you don't know what you're talking about, if you haven't wrote any books on this or art, that is important against any superior court or Supreme Courts. You're just up here spewing this. So when you read this right here, this is from the laws of Virginia 1600s on intermarriage law. So you don't find a Negro or black or color on here as a Slav. You can see that there were white Christian Slavs over here, who the Slavs actually were, and who their infidels were. So talking about if we were indigenous, we just are incompetent. We're incompetent. We're chatting property, obviously.
I'm not, because I know I can self-govern. That's all that means.
Hold on. Are you a Moor, bro?
Of course I'm a Moor.
Are you a Sephardic Moor? That's a new one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that is a new one. That's a degree you need to learn because obviously you're
Sephardic. What are you talking about?
We're not doing this more Americans today, bro.
I mean, that
y'all
niggas
niggas need to go get, bro. Go get Europe back, bro. Go get Mauritania back, bro. That's all y'all need to worry about.
No, not Europe. But what I was going to say is, how is he a Sephardic Moor? Because in their Quran, it speaks against the JEWs, and the Sephardics were JEWs.
It don't make any sense. Dakota Mom, is there anything you want to add to the conversation or the prompt on the screen?
I just want to let you know that I'm Lakota. For you, if you don't know what that is, white people call us Sioux. We're from South Dakota, North Dakota, Wisconsin, all those areas. Sitting Bull, Chief Crazy Horse, Chief Red Crowd. I'm 61. What was that about?
You're 61?
Yeah. So
why is they even doing this?
Can you give us a little bit of history about the Lakotas? Or like, if y'all have migration stories or origin stories, can you give us a little bit of history?
We were the last ones to give up. In fact, we unalived General Custer. They had 5,000 army against 300 warriors. And the person that took them out was one of our women, with a bow and arrow. And we love that because our women are badass. One thing about our people is that the women decide whether the men go in battle. I love that too. The elders are put up on a higher plateau because to learn your history, you need an elder. And even if you want to do something, you need to get the elders' permission. Where do we see that at all anymore today? Elderly people are treated like crap. Women are treated like crap. One thing I do know too is that there are so many mixed. Be okay with my people. We are all one. We are together. We are love. Well, if you need to come to my res, then you need to see it up close and personal.
You on Rosebud?
No, ma'am.
What's going on? What's going on the reservation?
No, I'm saying that there was a lot of, intermarriage. There was a lot of, my God, back in the day, there was a lot of love making, So you cannot say that there are not black people with my people and they have children.
I think that's more like a Western. The Lakotas, where y'all located at again? The Western Range, right?
Well, South Dakota, North Dakota. In fact, Dakota is part of our language. Dakota means friend or ally.
Yeah, right. So we are on the southeast, like Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, all those places. So we don't really see a lot of you guys mixing with our people on this side. So that must be more of a South Dakota, North Dakota.
No, it's throughout all of our native people.
Well, I wouldn't say that predominantly in the Southeast because the Southeast is predominantly just BLK people, to be honest. And
we have a lot of Miwok too that have married within our tribe.
And where's the Miwok at?
Mississippi.
Miwok in Mississippi?
Yeah, Miwok.
Ma'am, no, we're not going to cross-contaminate our history with colonization.
So you think that people just stay to themselves and they don't...
No, we mixed. No. I know we mixed, but it wasn't with you all.
Why? What's wrong with us?
No, I didn't say nothing was wrong with y'all. We just know that it wasn't y'all. And it's funny how now y'all coming and claiming this because we didn't get this.
I've always claimed it. I'm an elder. I'm not dumb like the young ones.
I'm an elder too.
I don't play that shit.
Let's put it like this. Now that they got this thing talking about come back to the tribes or your nations or whatever, now we're getting all these people talking about welcome. We ain't falling for the trick, y'all. And the chat, do not fall for this because we already know what's up.
Yeah, don't fall for it because I'm speaking the truth and I have never been one of those people to say, oh, you're not welcome. I do know people on the res that act that way. And let me tell you.
Are you saying that you're the original people?
Bullshit that they act that way.
Are you saying that you're the original people and some so-called black people mixed with your people? Is that what you're trying to say?
Are you trying to say that, you're going to say we're from Siberia, correct?
She didn't say nothing beyond that mean. She just asked you a question.
I asked her a question.
No, what you doing?
You want to attack me? What's the purpose of you?
What you doing is condescending and jump into assumption. She didn't say that you was Siberian or you come from Siberia. Nothing beyond that mean.
I asked you, you're saying that you're the first people and so-called black people came and mixed with your people.
That's all she was asking, beloved.
They mess with Africans. That's who's on their stuff.
Hold on. We're not trying to hype nobody up right now. We're trying to
I'm just asking her a question.
Right. Miss Dakota, you can go ahead and unmute yourself, beloved. I don't know if you know how to unmute yourself.
You can quit muting these old people, bro. You don't know how to unmute this.
Right, y'all give her 5 minutes.
I'm not old.
5 minutes. Nope, she didn't figure out, so she had to drop. Oh, dang. I done messed it up. I'm sorry, y'all.
These people got this gang running. They know their times is up. Then they're trying to get people to come back in and sign contracts to keep these nations, these fraudulent nations going so they can continue to get money. They know what time it is. Don't fall for this okie doke.
No, word. I was gonna.
I feel like they're trying to get in the tribe or get people back in the tribe so they can have jurisdiction over you.
We got these Chinos. Out here trying to mix themselves with us. They ain't slick. Some people are white tea and Asian. Wasians. So the Wasians. You know how I know that? Because you can even see in today's time, a lot of Asian and white tea people be with each other like 24/7. So it's like majority of these Native Americans have a white supremacist ideology.
The elders coming at time she's an elder.
That woman is not 61 years old. She do not sound like no 61 years old. She sounds like she's in her 40s.
We got another guest up here, 85. You got something you want to add to the conversation or purpose here?
Yeah, I do. Y'all say y'all down there in Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, Arkansas, all that? Y'all, is anybody familiar with the Yamasee or the Guale people?
Yo.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then y'all know that's the oldest tribe in America. When the Spanish got here, they got to Haiti with Christopher Columbus supposedly first. He seen Tainos. It was another explorer that got to Florida. When he got to Florida, he seen people called the Guale/Yamasee people. They originally was called the Guale people. Now what happened is they have enemies. Their 5 most notable enemies are the British, the Iroquois, the Cherokee, the Choctaw, and it's another tribe or a nation. It's not the Lakota. These are the tribes why people don't think it's black Indians and black natives, and why they have been intermixed for a long ass time. It's one tribe, and they're gonna tell you that this tribe is a multi-ethnic tribe, and it's been like that since its inception. The reason why you don't hear about them is, like I said, they 5 main enemies, notably being Britain and England. Their job was to wipe these people out. That was out of history. But these people can't be wiped out of history because they're in the Spanish people's history. They're in the French people's history. I think y'all should look them up. Very interesting tribe of people.
How long has the white team man been on the planet since you said that they have been amazing?
Hey, that part, I'm going to tell you it's been about, science going to tell you only about 5,000 years. But they've had this problem. I ain't gonna say it's a problem, but because it's not a problem. But the gene that you're referencing when you call white people is the OCA2 gene. That's a gene that every melanated person in the world produces. It's a dominant gene in people that don't have melanin, which is why their skin and their hair looks the way it does. These aren't different people. They come from us.
The patent on these people, right? So keep
say it again.
I can go pull up the patent number on these grafted people, right? Because they are patent.
What's the patent number?
Hold on, let me.
I can tell you the specific date where the first white man got on. When they seen the first coloration.
Let me get ready to pull up my computer because they have a patent number. So what you gonna tell them they lying? Because anything that's not organic to the planet, anything that's not
tell you that at all because
to the planet can be and have a Dunbar and a patent number.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna tell you that at all because I know for a fact color and genetics has been bred in and out of people like dogs. That's a fact.
So the Yamasee emerged in the late 16 and 1700s as a multi.
Hey, ma'am, if you go back to the 1500s in Spain is the first people that encountered them in 1521.
I got that the Yamasee emerged as a multi-tribal confederation of indigenous groups displaced by Spanish and English colonization. So what was their name?
Now, how can they be displaced when they were here when they got here? When that man landed on Florida, not Christopher Columbus, because Christopher Columbus never made it to the American shores of Florida and all this other shit that we got here. When that guy got here, how could he displace them right away?
It says the Wale, the Latama, and
Yes, ma'am. Now
he made up the Yamasees, not the Yamasees, but multi-confederate.
There you go.
Tribal confederation.
There you go. You're right about that because, like I said, when the different tribes and natives, when there was, like that lady said, intermixing, they would kick these people out. These people would go to these tribes. When they talk about the Africans that were brought over here and they told you they went north, no, ma'am, they would run to these tribes. These are the people.
Hold up, are you saying that these are Africans mixing with white people?
These were not white tea people when that Spanish man got here. And not only that, ma'am. Not only that, ma'am. Not only that, when you do your actual homework and you do your actual research, you will see that Spain turned white.
These Africans, you get it loud ain't gonna change what I'm asking you, sir.
Hey, I'm not trying to change what you're asking because your own personal beliefs is going to be your personal beliefs. I'm going to say what I'm saying. And I'm going to keep reiterating what I'm saying. Like I said before, you want to call those Spaniards white, but you're going to find out when you do your actual history.
None of them were white.
She's asking you, are you saying that?
We got records. We have books. We don't need internet. We know our.
How you think? We're Creole people.
Hey, I don't mean to cut you off.
We jumping all over the place. Let's just stick with the main topic.
You just asked me the question. I just gave you the answer. What are Creole people if it wasn't intermixed?
Hold on a second.
Everybody's not Creole though, bro.
Yeah.
I did not say everybody was Creole, but she just asked me if Africans was missing with these people that she called white people, and I just told you how you think you get Creole people.
Sir, we was in Africa. Hold on, because we're gonna go back to the part about being African. When was Africa given? When was that landmass given the name Africa?
Hey, when Spain
when
set
was
foot
that
in America,
landmass? Because we ain't answered nothing else. Can you please answer that? When was this land given the name Africa?
That one I don't see the relevance of. I see it as a redundant.
You writing history, sir, and saying that these people were these people. If it wasn't Africa, sir, hold on. Because if it wasn't Africa, sir, write it down as if they are African. No, because we got books saying that was Africa at the time, that it wasn't Africa, sir. So why are you writing stuff in history? No, it didn't even come Africa to 1885 to the person in the chat. And I can also pull that up. I can pull that up. I know y'all don't like that. Y'all don't like that. You don't like that.
We're arguing about a title. That is remedial.
No. These are not titles because in order to write a history, you're going to have to tell the real history, not what you think it is. You're going to have to give it the name of where the place people coming from.
You got to look at everybody's history, not just yours.
No. We know one thing. After the Berlin Conference, Russia, Africa, that's when they called it Africa. Before that, it was not
You don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. And you mad.
Hold on. I'm talking to my cousin like that. I know that much. Right?
Yeah, like that's why I keep muting the money. Bro, hold on a second, because you getting me overstimulated. Gangsta, I'm trying to get you the chance to relax for a second. Stop talking over to this grown-ass woman, bro. You getting too passionate with this woman that you don't even know.
You can talk without even raising your voice. Now I gotta raise my voice because you're doing too much.
Hey, y'all been
now
doing
respectfully.
Y'all been doing that. This is my natural.
We got small. I don't give a fuck how natural your tone is. You gotta check your shit, bro. Check your shit, bro.
All right, bro. All right. Hold on. All right, bro. Let's stick to the information. Let's stop with the insults, and you get what I'm saying. These are women, bro. So just relax, bro. They women. If you have something else as far as information,
I didn't insult her at all.
Just relax, bro. Listen to what I'm saying, bro. If you have anything else you want to add to the conversation, as far as information, you can. But anything else outside of that, we gotta let that go, bro.
Look, I don't know what y'all talking about because all I did was add information. I didn't insult that girl. All I told her was
that girl, excuse me?
All I told her was...
You just into an insult right there. That's what I said. Y'all some most disrespectful. I'm because this is your live paper, and I'm really, because I know how you is. I'm going to leave it alone.
Bro, do you have anything else? Information, bro? If not, then we can just go ahead and, you know what I'm saying?
Like I said before,
what's the shape of Italy?
America is the Yamasee. That is a black tribe.
What year did you say the Spanish came?
Hey, they say Christopher Columbus got here in 1492. It's another motherfucker. Yeah. Hold on. It's another motherfucker that got to Florida. Because Christopher Columbus never got to Florida. It's another motherfucker that got here in 1521. And that's the people he saw.
You don't know this explorer's name?
Talking about Peter. You talking about Peter Martin?
Hey, no, that's not him. I sure do, but it's one of them 4-part names, and it's hard to pronounce. So I can't say it accurately.
De Soto? Is it De Soto? In the 1520s?
Hey, nah, you can literally Google the Guale people /Yamasee, and it'll tell you the different Spanish people that sailed over here and seen them. It'll tell you the different interactions from the 1500s to the 1600s to the 1700s when those 5 tribes were paid to wipe them out. This is documented history. I don't know what school books y'all read, but this is not the books that I was taught when I went to college.
Well,
black college and white college.
Well, this is the thing, right? The school I went to was the same thing as well. What it was I wasn't sticking to college information or what I was taught in high school. I went outside of that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was able to get different information by what the program is teaching me. You feel me?
No. I respect that, but I was never in school for academics. I went for sports and picked this stuff up. You understand?
I go to school. I went to school for psychology, and I'm currently in school for my nursing, registered nurse. So either way, this is the information that we're receiving. And I was gonna say this, right, family? Have you ever done your genealogy? Have you ever decided to do it?
Yes, ma'am. Hey, but look, I can trace my family lineage and my name to the 1500s. That's how I ended up finding this information. If you're talking about 23andMe and those DNA testing, you should look up the lawsuits that these people are going through before you sit there.
I don't think bro's familiar with the page.
On the page up.
Hold on, real quick. Yo, 85. I keep getting confused because you keep mentioning Florida. Are you referring to La Florida, as in the conglomerate of all of those states together combined? Or are you speaking on modern day Florida?
Hey, and I respect you for letting people know that was a territory. Because like I said, when the Spanish people got there and they named it there, I don't know what it was called before that. That's how it happened. But those people that I just named was the largest and most dominant tribe in the USA. I can't tell you their whole territory.
Okay, so if you're talking about them, then you speaking on Lucas de Leon. Because that would have been in Savannah, Georgia area. That wouldn't have been in modern day Florida. That's La Florida.
Sir. Respect to what you're saying, but the guy that I'm talking about did not set foot in Georgia. He set foot in Florida in 1521.
Yeah, Florida was a wide-ass territory across the south.
You said Guale. That would have been... I'm confused, bro. Does somebody know who he's talking about?
It's the guy you just mentioned. I just looked it up.
Where is De Leon?
I just looked it up. It said that.
Hey, I told you I couldn't say his name. I couldn't say his name proper, so maybe you got this name right.
Type
but
it
I know
in the
that
comments, bro. Type the name in the comments. Yeah, bro.
I know that he stepped foot. I know that he stepped foot.
Spell it.
Florida.
What's the name? Just spell it, bro.
The actual state and landmass, not the territory.
Spell the name or put it in the chat, bro. Everybody want to know the name. We just don't want to hear what you're. We want to look it up ourselves, bro. So just give us the name. Do the name look.
Hey, Guale people look it up and tell you 1521. And I think I got it posted on my page.
I did, and this is what popped up too. I put the name in the chat.
1521. It's the same thing that's on the FBA's website. My research on these people, they came with 100 Africans to, I guess, on a conquest. And they mixed what they say, the Seminole, the Yamasee, and the Gullah, Geechee.
Niggas wasn't African. Them niggas was probably.
Hey, the true thing about the Seminoles ended up owning them. Seminoles ended up owning them people too.
Well, they have to be like just
Seminoles end up owning who?
Coming to Americas.
Hey, the Yamasee.
So they took around indigenous people, later transporting them to Hispaniola. One of those captives, later baptized as Francisco de Chicora, would become a primary informant and that explores later colonial ambitions.
Interesting group of people, to say the least.
Bro, you can't come up here and give us some history, then, bro. Can we get a direct source of where you getting this information from? Like a website, a book, a reference.
I didn't get it from a website. I got it from a class. I got it from an Eastern religions class. I got it from an African studies class. I told you where I got it from.
I knew it.
I thought you got it from your genealogy.
Right.
Hey, no, I took studies. Hey, when you take these classes, the first thing they do is tell you to look up your name and the etymology of your name. When you look up the etymology of your name, it will tell you the different transformations that your families have been through.
Well, your family mixed up, honey.
The etymology of your name, that's okay.
Your family mixed up.
I mean, that's the point.
We got everybody here, but look,
they still ain't clarifying where Africa was at the time when all this was going down.
O'Neal, stuff like that, you are too.
But your family is mixed up.
That's Ireland. That don't got nothing to do with African studies.
I got everything.
You talking about them tracing your family roots back. Your family is mixed up. Black Americans are not a tribe of people over Africa that you can take their name back and research it back. We're mixed up.
Look, hey, you're lying. You lying to me, because look, hey, from the 1800s on to the 1960s, if you came from Liberia, your people was documented. It's called the ACS. You should look it up.
Yeah, you just said Liberia, not America. Before that, it was Liberia.
The ACS took people there, sir. What is you talking about?
Man, they took freedmen there and took people back.
But you said Liberia. You did not say America.
Listen, because
most of those said they brought them from Liberia. Even though we know they was taking a lot of us out of here, taking us to Africa, but they was bringing us back.
Hey, ma'am.
Don't say ma'am to me. I'm not even talking. I'm talking to the
country of Liberia is named after James Monroe.
You putting too much color on it, sir.
Are we just gonna let Angel lie like this and say that Black Americans are mainly Nigerian and Benin Togo? Do you have like that? I was like, what?
Oh hell!
You see that? Like we can't get past that. Hold on,
show that, bro.
We'll get back to it in a second, 85. This nigga Angel just made a crazy claim. Do you support that with any evidence, bro? Man, we all are mainly Nigerian and Benin and Togo. And then I want you to break down the inhabitants of those places, right, and their genetics, since you know this.
And before we get to that, what do you consider yourself ethnically or race? Are you a mixed race or?
Yeah, I'm mixed race.
With what?
My mother's black, my dad's Spaniard and Native.
It's the mixed ones.
All right, and can you prove the comment that you made in the chat as far as the genetic composition of Black Americans?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
What's a Spaniard in there?
In the meantime, since y'all go ahead, let's get the lights up to
Basically, he says daddy, is his daddy Mexican?
Like Filipino Mexican or Italian?
Not Mexican. My dad's Puerto Rican. His grandfather was from Spain. My grandmother was Puerto Rican native.
Same shit.
Yeah.
Mexican?
No,
yes.
Mexican is Aztec.
Y'all both came from Spain, bro. Y'all both. All right, you got it.
Mexican around here everywhere. I don't know no more.
All right, just tell the information, bro.
Make sure your study got a good amount of samples too, because like all y'all genetic studies, y'all use like less than 10,000 samples, and it's like 40-something million of us. I don't know how you gonna be able to prove it, but all right.
Right. Oh, where y'all go ahead, top screen. Let's get the likes up to 10K or to 15K. We got 84 people here. Let's get this algorithm up. We also have 81 shares. Let's get the shares up to at least 100. We're real close to both goals. So once again, y'all go ahead, top screen. Make sure y'all get the panel and the host itself. We got the paperwork party out here. We over here stopping misinformation, pseudo shit. So y'all go ahead, keep tapping. We're getting this shit up and running. Gangsta.
Ooh, picture you got up, Mama.
I was thinking the same thing.
This is recording. I just needed to change my profile real fast. You know,
like first I thought you were gone, but then when you started talking, I'm like, oh Lord.
That's the top American bull that we saying. That's the top American bull.
So that's where we from. Is that Nigerian?
Yeah, they said that black American men look like Nigerians, so I just wanted to show a couple pictures of Nigerian.
Oh, heck no. I like that dude. Cool.
Damn, this is what he look like? Big one? Ah, bro.
Oh, my gosh. Jacqueline.
I won too. They look just like them. I had to shot him on the
line. He got a turtle head.
Why that dude look like he was American first and then he mixed with the Africans and now he just look like that?
And this guy right here, he tried to say that we're Nigerian.
Yeah. No.
Bruh, you see this African couple right here? This is them in 2019, bruh. And now this is them like 2-3 years later. Watch this. This shit's crazy once y'all see this.
They're watching them be bleached.
Wow.
What happened?
They don't report it. See, damn, why y'all get to reporting, bro? Y'all lame, man. We showing a difference between black Americans and Nigerians.
I'm back, bro. You got your source? You ready?
Nah, it's because I showed that picture of the guy with the
I've met actually a lot of black Americans who look primarily Nigerian. It was kind of funny.
Fuck no.
They didn't do enough. They didn't test enough of African Americans, but typically, like,
that's the first thing. Like, we can't get past that. We can't just say that like that's nothing. So they, how many African Americans did they test? Can you just read the source for us, bro?
128, which 6 HLP African populations are Caucasian.
Oh, so 128 African Americans speak for the millions of African Americans in America?
Right. 128.
128. On the percentage level, wouldn't that be about 0.0000001 of the population?
Can we do the math? Can we pull out a calculator, actually? Can we?
I hope that's not what you're going off of, bro. If it is, you lost already, bro.
Damn, what I miss, man?
128 people are supposed to speak for us.
128 people.
Shit got less than 200 people, and yeah, we all African based on that. That's crazy.
That is funny as hell. Y'all got me weak.
Yeah, it's kind of like the ancestry test. They have like 1,500.
All right, Royal. He got it, Royal.
All right, break down the source for us, bro.
Need help?
Hold on, I just...
Take your time, love. It's okay. Take your time.
Please don't pull a Pan-African move.
This source makes me want to frappe. Thing
is fundamental. I promise you. Damn, wild boy drop. We needed him.
Mumu, I put it in the chat for you. The percentage.
It's damn. That's not even a round up to 1%. That's like a freaking a micro.
They go back to Africa, bro. They be picking niggas who got ancestors that got, you mean, came after the naturalization and all that shit, and they be like, oh yeah, this is African American.
That's like them
I'm in tears right now. Y'all don't understand how funny that was when Pink said 128.
Bro, that shit, bro, you can't be serious, bro. If you didn't even think in your mind that shit would be reliable is diabolical to me, bro. 128 people, bro. Speaks for a whole population.
Oh, God. Yo.
That's why Nigerians out of 200 million Nigerians.
That's why I never get when they say, like, on average, a so-called Black American is 75% African, 24% European, and 1% Native American. Like, bruh, so you mean to tell me they tested every single one of us? Like, what does that percentage have to do with anything?
That shit is based off of the people that they tested, and we can see that it was only 100 people.
Yeah.
They don't have. It's not easy lying, bro. Every time he comes, don't have enough lying about something. Yeah, it's like, nigga, in 2025, they still don't have enough samples. Stop lying. They don't have.
I don't know when that source was, but for example, I would say it's 23andMe or Ancestry. They only have it's Ancestry. They only have 5,000.
Yeah, my John, I took that Ancestry John when I was like 21. Like, I'm 27 now. And like that shit changed at least 10 times since I've taken it. My shit has changed like at least 10 times. At first, that John was saying I was like 50-something% Nigerian or something like that. That shit all the way down to 20-something% now. They don't even know what they want to do.
Yeah, because they data is always changing every year.
Because they don't have a strict reference panel. So every year they test you against their reference panel and users. They have the largest. Everybody thinks 23andMe has the largest reference panel. No, they have the largest base of users. So
it was Spaniards to fought against us because the Mongols came first. We fought the Mongols first. That's why we got the pictures of us with holding their ass by the hair. Y'all remember them pictures with the Mayans and the Olmecs and the Mississippian holding them by the hair? This we came first. They already been trying to take over us. Then the Spanish comes. The Spanish and the Mongols go in cahoots. They unalive a whole lot of our people down there in South and Central America. Research it. You know how I know the European and the Mongoloid people are in cahoots? The Pum Pum. I got 6 minutes. The Pum Pum. I gotta leave at 11. Pum Pum. The gun is the history of Mongols and the Europeans, people. Research it. The Mongols created the gunpowder, the explosive powder. Right? Then they intermingle with Europeans and they come up with the explosion projectile gun. They've been working together. Somewhere through history, they met up and worked together. Here you go, 6 followers. Start the break. Get out of here. So research the explosive powder with the gun with the European and the Mongolian. The Tartarians are Mongolians, people. They are giving those people our structures. Them are not Tartarian buildings. The Tartarians are really Mongols. Mongols ain't building buildings. That's why I don't even say that no more. I'm not even saying Tartarian buildings no more. The Mongols. Some Mongols had some kids called Tartars and Mongol or Mongol or something like that. And they start calling them Mongols and Tartars. Ain't no damn. Yeah, the Tartarian Empire is the Mongolian Empire. That's what you got to realize. They didn't build them buildings. They are not sophisticated enough as a people to build them type of structures. Simple. Roll the corn. I got the receipts. So Tartarian building is a misnomer. They didn't build it. The Mongol names, people. So what? So who built them? Same people built the mounds, built them. Let me explain something real quick. We got 3 minutes. We went from mounds aligned with stars to stone and dirt aligned with stars. Mounds, stone and dirt. Now you got all stone. Yes. All stone. Then you go to pyramids of stone. Then you go to temples of stone and brick. Then you go to them buildings. They never stopped evolving, people. That's why you got mounds all the way up to them style buildings in America, because we never stopped. Then nobody never fuck with us. We kept evolving, right? We kept evolving all the way up to building these buildings. American Indians were still building buildings. Look up the Chickamauga Castle. Look up the Chickamauga Castle. You go look at the stonework on that building. The same bloodline kept evolving, people. How you think they started getting so smart? Who you think put copper on buildings? We were digging copper out of the Great Lakes 5,000 or 6,000 years ago. Who you think put them copper on them buildings? They have learned, they are in tune with nature. That's how they learn how to do free energy. You don't learn how to do free energy from fucking with no batteries. You learn it from fucking with nature. Shit happens, shit spark up in your hand. You like, why did it do that? We're gonna figure it out. Our people created energy and light and all of that. We learned it from dealing with nature for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Roll the corn. That's why in Egypt they got light bulbs all on the goddamn wall. Shit lighting up on some type of, our people, it's on the wall. It's in stone. We put them building that was grounded with the copper up there. We did that. Cathedral. Break down the word cathedral and then you'll find out where it come from. Go to the etymology of cathedral. Cathode. That's electricity. Cathode became cathedral. Go research cathode. C-A-T-H-O-D-E. Research that. We really built castles. Way before a hunter-gatherer built anything. Them people still live in our castles today. They still standing. figured this shit out a long time ago. They got corn all in them buildings over there in Scotland, all in the architecture. Real quick jewel, I'm gonna give you. In the movie, who is this nigga laughing steady? Get your ass out of here. Cause everything, I'm telling you the truth. In the movie, damn, what's the movie with the dude trying to figure out the bloodline of Jesus? He trying to figure out the bloodline of Jesus. Da Vinci Code. Cathode and anodes. Yeah, there you go, Cherie. That's where you learn free energy right there. They try to hide this shit from us. Went through the books. Da Vinci Code. They're trying to find Jesus' bloodline, right? In the Da Vinci Code. That cathedral that they say they found Miss Mary Magdalene's bones is an ancient cathedral built by melanated people from Mary. Because in the walls of the cathedral, you got ancient corn. Right there in the structure of the walls. Ancient corn right there built in the building in the brick. I broke that information. Why is ancient corn in an old building in Scotland? Think about it. In mounds right up the street. So the people in that area evolved and started building stone buildings. So go research the church that's in the Da Vinci Code. Then go look at the structure in the inside of the cathedral and corn all over the motherfucker. We know the truth now. We the damn Tartarians. Why other people making video about this shit? I know who built it. I love y'all, I'm in love with you. Roll the corn. We know the truth now.
Don't let nobody make you no tea. Everything got to be made from bottled water when you go to Egypt as an American. And we had a whole bunch of immune system support herbs and stuff we took with us as well. We were loaded up on all types of herbs and stuff. But we made sure we stayed away from anything made with tap water. Any drink, hey, they want to make you a juice. Let me make you a juice. I'll give you a free juice. Don't take the goddamn juice because it's made from their recycled water. And that shit, you'll be fucked up. Thank you. Whoever's in the room, giving the likes. Thank you for the octane. I appreciate you. The power of equality, justice.
Yes, I am him. I ball so hard. I know hit rims. I look so good. But I know have twin. Dinero and mula. I'm ready to spin. Bitch, I am him. They know that I'm him. She talk about nada. I move to the friend. Bitch, I am him. They know that I'm him. Yes, I'm getting that damn bread. Timothy Hernandez. Bitch, we are good. So good. Muy bien. We have problema. I make a call. The block we spin. The netto I blew. Just like the wind. The trap is jumping. Right out the gym. And she got that agua. And I'm ready to swim. She mucho loco. Snatch my soul. Oh, do it again.
So shine like this.
Sipping card, sipping card, sipping card, dipping, redwood grain gripping, tipping on rapping, pimping, slow homies and no hackers and no blowing on that endo, GameCube Nintendo, 5% tint, so you can't see up in my window. Niggas don't understand me, cause I'm boss hog on candy. Top down at at Maxis. Top down at Maxis. Top down at Maxis with a big Glock 9 handy. Pieced up, creased up, stand dressed to impress. Big boss belt buckle under my Michelin S. Oh, Gucci shades up on my braids when I escalade. When I'm riding spree wheel sliding like a escapade. I got it made, the big boss of the North. Ain't shit changed, I still represent Swisher House.